Hello everyone, we are heading over to Stone Earth Aid. If you always recall, we had a quest over here where we had to help the goblin last week, and he used explosive alchemy to heal this dude with this Earthen dude for some reason. That worked.
Explosive alchemy.
Anyway, he was so grateful that he demanded our help, and we agreed. So now we're heading over to his home. If you recall, the Earthen were like the first creations of the Titans. They're like dwarves, just made of stone. They are not afflicted with the curse of flesh. In case you're wondering, normally fleshy beings do not come to hang out down here. This is why most of the enemies are made of stone or rock-like materials.
Man, I remember doing this area when Cataclysm first came out.
Me too. I like the sun though. It flowed pretty well. The quests were all in fairly interesting looking locations once you I always had fun with it. Oh, there's this guy.
The earth calls.
The Stone Father's son Flint sent you. No time to talk. You must prevent a second front from opening up on the war. Yes, I will do that. The Quaking Fields. Before you can help us, you are going to deal with Therazane, the Stone Mother's forces to the south. The elementals and giants upon the Quaking Fields are being mustered. They too are after the middle fragment of the World Pillar. They'll attack us amidst our war with the Stone Trogs, and we'll be unable to repel them. I've sent the Arc-Geomancer ahead. Get to Slate Quicksand and do as he asks.
May the earth guide you.
Alright, so we get to fly over to the second front. Also known as the Quaking Fields. You actually.
Yeah.
I did the Gimlet Dark in FF14 recently. It's the new dungeon.
Okay.
And they did exactly what I wanted them to do. Remember how I keep saying they need to have stuff going on in the background?
Yeah.
They finally did it.
Oh, nice.
Good, Blood Elf, you're here. We'll have to act fast if we're to prevent Thurzane's forces from attacking. We must keep Thurzane's forces from attacking Stonehearth. If they do, they will steal the middle fragment of the World Pillar. The Axe of Earthly Sundering. The Emerald Colossi are the greatest of the Stone Mother's creatures. They must be the first to be removed from the field. I brought Stonefather Ormental's axe for just this task. Use it to sunder the giants. That should bring them down to a more manageable size for you to finish off. Hey, there's like 5 of them. Alright. Elemental Ore. You're going to have to deal with the leader of Thurzane's forces here. However, to get to him quickly and safely, I'm going to need to perform a ritual. Go out into the field and collect elemental ore from the rages. With enough of it, I should be able to make you one with the ground and get you to where you need to go. Collect 6 elemental ore. Alright. Well, let's go beat up some, Emerald Colossi, shall we?
Yeah, we have to use this. Got it.
Look at those
Now
trees.
it's sundered.
You might be thinking, that's a cool model. And it is kind of a cool Earthen model. Like, I actually really like it. But,
It's all over this expansion, don't worry.
yeah, Blizz kind of went overboard with that cool model. Not only did they use it for these base enemies, they also used it for bosses. Many bosses. Oh man. You'll see some of them when you get to them. One of them is actually in Stonecore, and he's kind of the reason why most people hate Stonecore.
Yeah, I remember tanking that guy while drunk. And doing great.
Most people could not tank that guy. I was one of the few people in our group.
While sober.
Yeah, I was one of the few people that could tank him.
Yeah.
At least out of our circle of people that hung out.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but people just sucked. Like, we had people in our guild that sucked at it, and they were normally tanks for our group.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yep. God, I remember tanking in Wrath of the Lich King. They didn't want me to tank for some reason, just like they didn't want you to heal.
Yeah.
I like to think I am mostly a decent tank, especially Final Fantasy XIV. I did the new 24-man, which is fantastic, by the way. But I did that, and they were like, Sully's like, you're gonna tank? And I'm like, that's the only class I know how to play.
Yeah. What else are you gonna play?
Like, I couldn't play ninja, it's geared enough. It's got like an item level.
But you hate it.
I don't like the way it
No.
flows. I was talking to some people in the Novice Network, and they were like talking about how classes all flow better. And I'm like, I honestly don't find ninja to flow that well once you hit 70 due to Tenchi Jin. And they all acted like I was speaking the most blasphemous shit ever. And I'm like, I didn't say it was bad.
Of course,
or that the
Novice
skill was
Network
terrible.
is just full of shitty people.
I was like, I didn't say it was terrible or that the class is bad. I just said, to me, it ruins the flow. And they're like, you just gotta... I'm like, I'm not saying I don't understand how it works. Jesus.
Yeah, I feel the same way. That's why I didn't bother, like, getting my ninja skills.
Like, Tenchi Jin is not great, but what it does is great. And that, but I just don't like the way it doesn't flow into the class like Baklava and Summon Jab.
Yeah, that's what I call it too. Baklava.
Oh my god, Summon Jeb though, that's the biggest upset to me, is that they released that skill and I no longer can play ninja.
Oh,
Summon Jeb.
summon Jub.
Alright. Thank you, Miro. Without all the giants, Theracin's forces will have a harder time taking Stonehearth. Now, if you please, hand back the axe. I'll keep it safe until you can rescue the Stonefather. Size-cutting braces. Have you all that's required? This should do. I'll need just a moment to prepare the ritual. Alright, so this is kind of cool. I'm gonna hop off my mount. One leader of the Stone Mother's forces here is the great Earth Elemental Lord Avalancheon. Luckily for us, the Twilight's Hammer cultists have decided to invade this lair. They're seeking to bind his elementals to their will. We will have to take advantage of that chaos. The Earth ritual that I invoke will make you one with the ground. It will take you near to Avalancheon without alerting him to your presence. It's up to you to finish him. Complete the one with the ground ritual. Alright. Archgeomancer, I am ready for the ritual.
Yes.
Huh, that's our name now. That's permanently our name.
I have a pet bar.
It's actually kind of cool.
You got someone in your chat.
I do. Hey!
Yes.
Can you ask a question? Asked and answered.
That is a question. That's true.
Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Oh, just getting by all the enemies. But you have to fight your way out. There you go. Now that the ritual is complete, you are near Avalancheon. There's only one thing left to do. Avalanche's force stands before you. Slay him to keep Theracin's forces from attacking Stonehearth. Alright, quest, let's attack. Let me spell if I can work on this. I assume no.
Earth Spike it might.
That's what I was trying, but I guess I didn't have it up in time. No! Not again. Alright, so the question is, how do we get out of here easily? We do.
Yeah.
Alright,
No.
nice of them. I mean, technically we could have Earth, but that's no fun. So let's just jump down into the Mercury. Oh, it was deep enough. Excellent. You landed the one. That was great.
I wasn't careful.
I don't think we have to fight these.
No, you killed the Emerald Shale Hatchling.
Well, all my attacks AoE.
No. I was AoE too.
Also, why don't we just let them kill each other? It's just the Twilights fighting with the Earth Elementals.
Yeah, you're right. We can just run past. Whoops.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So, is your name Dre Story or just Story? Or Dr. Resident Evil Story?
I'm in suspense for the question.
Me too. I'm excited.
Excited?
I'm excited. So very rarely get people come in to ask me questions about World of Warcraft. Oh, by the way, you apparently scarred Fluffy for life last week.
Let me see. Oh, I did?
Yeah, with your talks about boobs and penises.
Oh, that's fine.
Dre Story. Or
yes.
Dre Story. So you're fairly
You
new,
could-
and you really dislike the vanilla part of this game, 1 to 16. You want to ultimately main a demon hunter. With that experience, do you think I would be able to play the Death Knight and go from there? I think you need to level Death Knight our class up to at least 50, right?
Yeah, yeah, 55.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Unless they remove
So-
that.
The vanilla part used to be a lot worse. It wasn't like breadcrumb quests or quests in like hubs that would be linked together. And the storylines were less good. So the vanilla part, at least to like people who are around, you know, through Wrath of the Lich King.
Okay, give me a quick sec, I'm just checking it for you. With the availability of level 90 character, we feel the requirement to have a level 55 character or higher to unlock Death Knight as a playable class is no
Told
longer
you.
relevant.
Is 55. Wait, it's not?
Yeah. Okay, so as of December 12th, 2014, the following week after that, they removed it apparently. So, if that's true, you can just make a Death Knight. Yeah, see, he says he can make one.
Okay.
Okay, so honestly, if you're not playing for the story, which pains me greatly because that's mainly what I focus on, is story, you aren't gonna miss too much except for the experience of actually learning how to play the game. But if
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Depending on whatever level you are now, it might be tough for you to adjust to Death Knight. That was something that I did, actually. Like, I just kind of started with a Death Knight.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was not the best idea in the world. I was really bad at it.
Yeah, so as far as Death Knight goes,
They have
I
made
would
the
say,
game easier.
if you're not happy with doing the questing, it can't hurt as long as you take the time to actually learn how to play the game as a Death Knight.
Yeah.
Now, mind
Plus-
you, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you're still gonna have 2 characters, so I would recommend, like, alternating and, you know, doing lower level stuff and still, like, learning.
Yeah.
That's just my advice as someone who did that. Not did that, but jumped right into Death Knight. I didn't really understand a lot
So,
of it.
when the Cataclysm expansion launched, they actually changed up a lot of the questing, so it is a lot better now from 1 to 60. But again, if
That's
it's
what I was saying.
not your forte, you can start a Death Knight, get those 5 levels from 55 to 60 in one of the Plague Lands because they now scale to your level. And then go to either Outlands, which if you don't like classic leveling, you're not going to like Outland. Or,
Oh yeah, Outland's worse because they didn't revamp Outland to
Yeah.
be like nice quest hubs.
Yeah.
I mean, they are there occasionally, but
you can now go
The
to
story's not as
Northrend
good.
at 60 instead of 70, and you can level straight from 60 to 80 in Northrend.
which
Northrend,
also isn't a revamped questing area.
correct. The only thing they revamped was the leveling of it and how it scales with you. It's still much better than Outland, and in my opinion,
Yes.
it's one of the best areas in the game. So,
Well,
it's
it's alright.
So I would say if you really don't want to go through the vanilla experience, make your Death Knight. Just make sure you mesh with your Death Knight. You don't want to get stuck playing a class that you don't like, right? Personally, Death Knight is either my favorite class or second favorite class because I actually do play Demon Hunter. That's my main right now.
Okay. You can still make a Death Knight and fool around. Like, the Death Knight starting area is actually pretty interesting and fun.
For sure. I would say make your Death Knight and test it out. See if you like it. It's not for everyone. I bet some people that fucking hate the class because they just can't get how the rune system works. Whereas for me, it just snapped instantly.
Also, for Demon Hunter, there are only 2 specializations, tank and DPS, which you may have known. So the Demon Hunter, obviously you have to be level 100 on something.
I think so,
yeah. And, yeah, it takes more finesse than other classes, I'd say.
That said, if you like high mobility classes, Demon Hunter will be for you. If you
Demon Hunter has a lot of perks.
Death Knights typically have a lot of survivability, especially if you're playing the tank. It's less so now than it used to be, but it's still really good as well.
True. And so does the tank for Demon Hunter.
If you don't mind my asking, what class are you playing right now?
Yeah.
Bring down the Avalanche. You've done what so few others could have. Defeating Avalanchian was no small feat. I'm impressed, Miro. Will you help us with our war against the Stone Trogs so that we can rescue the Stone Father? See, he said Miro doesn't have small feet.
What?
Yeah, he said that Miro. Defeating Abyssian means that you have no small feet.
No, this is a different kind of feat.
Damn it. With the Stone Father taken prisoner, our forces are demoralized. Normally, one of the mind could have taken 5 times his number of Stone Trogs, but now, I want you to head out into the field surrounding the town. Plant Stone Father Ormantle's banner near my defenders. Grant them his boon and remind them of that for which they fight.
Farewell.
Alright, what else is there? There's another quest over here.
He's rogue and he hates it.
You're rogue and you hate it so much. Yeah, that... You gotta find a class that you like, right?
I know the rogue survivability might not be the best. So maybe that's a problem.
That could be. Earthbreaker Dolomite. What voice? Our war has waged for longer than your kind counts time. Let us see if you can make a difference, Blood Elf. The Stone Trogs are mistakes of the Titans. On your world, they have succumbed to the curse of the flesh, but here in Deepholm, you see them in their true form. We're surrounded. Maybe you could go out there and break a few Trogs down for us. See what they're really made of. Figured he was old, so maybe he has like a vocal cords that have disintegrated. Let's fight some of these Trogs.
Disintegrating!
With stone! They're in the midst of disintegrating.
I don't know what would be a good choice. Maybe a DPS warrior?
Yeah.
Paladin, actually, Paladin. Like a Retribution Paladin might be like up your alley.
Without any heirlooms, what class would be easiest? So a lot of stuff have changed since we actively played the game, so I might not be able to actively...
Or made new characters.
Or made new characters.
Besides this. Windwalker Monk might actually be...
Windwalker's pretty good. I remember Warlocks were always a solid thing to level because you have your own personal tank.
I didn't feel that way.
Yeah, you have your own personal tank, and as long as you can figure out how to use your pet, which there's lots of guides online to help you out.
But if you do dungeons, you can't. Oh, we're supposed to help these dudes.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's better. But if you're in dungeons, you can just summon your imp or your fell hunter or what have you. Warlock is a lot of fun if you like caster classes that have quite a bit of ability to keep you alive through your pet.
Yeah, or hunter, but it depends you like range or melee because, you know, if you don't, it's understandable. People tend to have preferences.
Well, let me ask you this: what type of class do you typically play? I assume melee since you picked hunter. or not hunter, rogue, but that may not be the case, right? Like he may have just picked it because someone said it was easy. So until I actually know what class you like, it'd be easier. Right?
Yeah. I would really recommend Retribution Paladin. I don't know exactly how it starts, but
Me either, actually. I know Ret Pal. It's like a group of 4 of them over
it's
here.
very strong. Oh yeah, I see those.
And the fun thing is, they frequently bug out Paladin because they did in Legion again, where they're
Bug?
yeah. You remember how in Dragon Soul they had this bug where the Paladins were just doing an insane amount of damage with their one thing.
I hate how they knock these back so much.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So we're looking for the 4 there. That made it easier.
Yeah.
Group of 2. Is there a group of 2? Ah, right there. Wait, we may have already buffed them. No. We don't seem to have a buff on them. Yeah, we didn't buff these 2.
It's really annoying to tell because the LVY thing puts the quest thing on them regardless.
You just want a class, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, well... Paladin...
I think Ret Paladin would be pretty strong and easy, because as Ret Paladin you also get, like, a self-heal,
yeah,
and stuff.
that's a good point. You get a lot of self-sustainability as a Ret Pally, and you could throw out some kick-ass damage, so...
And you don't have dots, and you, get some really hard-hitting abilities.
Not a bad start, though you'll have to destroy more of them than that if you're going to rescue the Stonefather. A lot more. To the north lies the Fractured Front. That is where most of the heavy fighting is happening. Go into Stonehearth proper and grab all the Thunderstones that you can. Our engineers need them for the catapults. When you have enough, take them to Claude Mudaxel. Don't mind his tongue, he's old and cranky. It should have gone back into the earth thousands of years ago. Alright.
Yeah, I would say Ret Paladin or Windwalker Monk, which also... Actually, they might have a dot with Blackout
You
Kick. I don't know if
came
that
in
still
search of
exists, but
something.
it's very short, so...
Hey, thank you for the follow and welcome to the Jub Club. We got a great bunch of people here, so if you want to come and hang out and chat anytime, we're here every Saturday for Warcraft. And I thank you for coming to ask us some questions. That said, I just want to point out, if you're starting the game, any MMO, the hardest part I find when starting is figuring out what class you enjoy the most.
That's true. Yeah.
Because I think one of the worst things you can do with an MMO, and you're not doing yourself or the game justice, is picking a class, sticking with it if you don't like it.
Well, I kind of did that with Priest, but that's because back in the day, Priest was super painful leveling up.
Right. And I feel like that can do a lot of disservice to you if you're playing an MMO.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I picked a monk or pugilist in FF14 and really liked it, and just didn't really try anything till later on. And after trying them all, I still really liked monk until they brought out ninja. Anyway, you have my thanks, Miro. Luminol. You've made all the difference. The fate of these cowardly stone trogs ambushes is set in stone. Now we must go about the business of retaking Stonehearth. The stone trogs have found a way to burrow up from underneath our homes. I've sent our geomancers to seal all of the buildings, but they need these regions to, in enough time out of battle to properly cast their rock slide rituals. When you're done, report to Gravel Long Slab, just to the north of the Fractured Front. I like how all of these guys are male.
Until we meet again.
Yeah, well...
Up ahead, up above, down here. We got the Geomancer, maybe?
Oh.
That sounds like you want to just kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free to come by and let us know how you're enjoying the game. And we can always give you tips. Don't be afraid to ask.
Okay, so he seals the shrine.
Oh, dude, I like their form of sealing. Fucking cause a rock slide to collapse on the door.
Seriously.
Like, if they figured out how to burrow up under them, don't you think they could figure out how to burrow up under rocks? Or remove rocks?
Oh, you're in a different one than me. That's fine.
Dirt knot. That's super rude.
Yeah, it is.
Also, if you're still there, one thing I do want to point out to you is that the game is, well, fantastic, but I know endgame seems like it should be the ideal task or point that you should be heading for. Did you get credit for that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I know that's where you want to get to because that's where the most fun is, that's where everyone is, but don't discount the rest of the game. There's a lot of fun to be had, even in just leveling. If you rush to max level, you miss out on so much. And I met some cool people just leveling through this game, so.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah, some zones are definitely better than others, especially later on. We have to get thunderstones. Oh, they're these little blue things. Okay.
Oh, so there. Alright.
It's annoying.
Yeah, they don't glow or anything. I mean, okay, that's fine. Just generally looks like
I just didn't know, like, where they were. They obviously don't drop from the trogs, so I was like, what are we supposed to be
yeah,
getting?
That's fair. I still see a whole bunch of people in the Office Network and FF14 complaining about how they can't just jump immediately to endgame. And I'm like, well, it is called endgame for a reason. They're like,
Oh yeah, FF14 is way worse about requiring you to quest. You have to do, like, all the quests.
now, SE has admitted that they're gonna lax that a bit, but people don't seem to realize that FF14 is a story-based game.
Yeah,
As
it
much as they
is.
don't want it to be, and as much as they just want to hop to endgame and fight big bosses, I get that, but they gotta understand that the game is what it is. It's not the same as WoW. It's not the same as every other MMO out there that, like Star Wars. Like, all of those are just trying to funnel you to endgame to fight the big bosses and raids.
One
and guilds.
appeared behind us. I got all mine.
Yep, me too. Alright, let's go meet with these two NPCs?
Yep.
Oh look, a place to repair.
Medic.
Alright, Clay. The older ancient has cracks where the others do not. Clearly ancient. What are you supposed to be? Some kind of fleshy mistake? Cursed is what you are. Clay spits dust. Make yourself useful or get off my front. Clay grumbles to himself.
That's what she said.
This'll do. Just put them down over there. Deer then looks you up and down with one eye and then spits dust onto the ground. I'm gonna have something for you to do in a moment, maybe. Clay sneers at you and makes another sound, much like two stones rubbing against each other. They've smashed all of our catapults. I've been trying to get this one working, but no luck so far. Maybe you'd like to make yourself useful. Head around to the front and grab me any spare parts you come across. You think you can handle that, flesh bags? Hey, super rude.
Flattering.
This is good. We no longer need to worry about stone trog attacks from the rear. Let's see what you can do for us on the front. Well, that's what she said.
Yeah.
I want you to go out there and I want you to finish them. Berserkers, Earthenders, Death Riders, I don't care. I want those stone trogs shattered. Slay any 12 stone trogs. Before we head out there, reset the recording. Although we don't have another quest to pick up. You seem quick on your feet, Blood Elf. I need someone to go out into the chaos of the front and patch up our injured. Take my kit. It's simple enough to use. Heal them before the stone trogs finish them off for good. Yeah, I can send one of my own mutants, but we're gonna send you out there to do it.